Radio 1, 9 minutes to 3. Play that for Cindy, my lovely fiancée. Hello, darling. I can do that kind of thing. You can hear my heart going there. Can you hear that? Can you hear that on VHF every time I mention them? My heart just goes all a-flutter. Thank you, very nice. Let me also play that for Gervais and Ingrid. Oh, let's talk dynamic range. All right, it's 8 minutes to 3. No true stories today. They're back tomorrow. The CTQ is replaced by our Where in the World quiz, which is coming up now. Showbiz Gossip is back tomorrow. Also, let me just tell you that this coming week we'll be looking at the events of 1985 and the new movies and the fresh television shows. We'll also look at the sales and the holiday brochures.
The first new Radio Times of 1985 is out now with details of the new season on BBC TV. Comic actress Victoria Wood talks about her new show. There's a 6-part series looking inside the Navy's most secret service. Dave Lee Travis presents the Golden Oldie Picture Show. And there's ORS 85 with Paul Young and Janice Long. And music from Billy Ocean and Strawberry Switchblade. There's also a complete guide to all your Radio 1 programs, so get it now. It's just 30 pence.
It's out today. The new Radio Times. Steve Wright in the afternoon across the UK. Radio 1.
All right, then, with holidays on people's minds, how much do you know about faraway places? Have a listen to these questions. We'll do the answers just before we go, just before 5 o'clock. Question 1 on our New Year's Day holiday quiz. Where in the world would you find Daily Waters, the River Darling, politicians that cry, Alice Springs, and perfect summer holiday weather even on New Year's Day? You know that? No. Where in the world would you find Daily Waters, the River Darling, politicians that cry, Alice Springs, and perfect summer holiday weather, even on New Year's Day? Question 2, the holiday companies talk about 2 weeks in this place, or more. It's the rock with apes between Africa and Spain. It's the rock with apes between Africa and Spain. And question 3, at this holiday paradise, it's possible to celebrate 2 New Year's Days. It's at the tip of Asia, but don't go there on holiday if you've got long hair. At this holiday paradise, it is possible to celebrate 2 New Year's Days. It's at the tip of Asia, but don't go there on holiday if you have long hair. Hang on, he's arrived. Hello, Russell. Oh, he's looking butch today. Why, there you go, Russell. Why, there you go. Yeah, well, that singing is... Could you please be quiet over there? Happy New Year, Russell Grant. How you doing?
I'm very well. I feel very hogmanay.
You feel hogmanay?
Yeah.
Did you have a nice time last night?
I did. You know, I had what is, I suppose, a very Uxbridge way to start the new year. I had 2 of the biggest kippers in the world. And my hands still smell. Do you want to smell my hands?
Not at the moment. No, thank you.
Very kippery.
I didn't think that was you, actually, but we won't go into...
Picking the bones out. Go on.
That's right. All right, listen, why are so many people into this astrology stuff?
I don't know, really. I think the thing is, a lot of people want a bit of hope for the future. I think that they think that astrology can solve the question of unemployment, of depression, of all of those things, and it can't. But I think that astrology has that mystique, that sort of air of the unusual, which I think attracts people, really.
How did you first get into it?
I was involved, first of all, in the psychic side of things from about the age of 7. And then after that, about 15, 16, I got more involved with astrology. Being an Aquarian, curiosity killed the Aquarian pussycat. And I really enjoyed sort of finding out about things that were peculiar and unusual. A bit like my dad, really. And I felt...
Dad.
Hello, Dad. Yes, he's probably trying to flog a few more things to every garage in Britain. Anyway, and what happened was I became more and more involved with astrology, and suddenly thought, hey, this is quite good, because what astrology wasn't was just what you read in the newspapers. It was more how to sort of make your life better and more fulfilled. And what happened was, by getting more involved with astrology, I became a much happier person.
Well, I think it's about time somebody popularised, made, astrology populist, which you have done. How have you done that?
Well, that's breakfast time, isn't it? That's good old Selena
Old
and Frank. Good
Yeah.
old Frank. I think he's got a New Year resolution. Do you know what it is?
Go and tell us.
That he gets at least one little hair come out the top of his head.
That's not nice. Okay, moving along.
On a crest of a wave, and the sun is in the sky.
Behave over there. We're going to look at some of the stars. Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. We're going to do 2 lots now, and then we'll play a couple of records and then do 2 more, and like that through the programme. So let's do, what should we do first? Aries and Taurus.
Right. Aries, of course, is a sign ruled by Mars. It's very go-ahead, very assertive, can be quite aggressive at times. They're a bit bossy, in other words. Their year ahead, well, do you want the good things first?
Good things
first.
first.
Good bit first. Good bit first is, for the future, things are looking fantastic. Their dreams, their wishes, all those castles in Spain that they've been wishing and dreaming about, all those little rams and ramettes listening out there, then it is going to be a year where all dreams will come true, okay? Good for friendships, good for societies, good to go and become a member of a club, join the club. They will find that their whole social horizons will really expand, and they will have a thoroughly enjoyable year socially too. So that's
All right.
quite good.
Okay, so now Aries is what? What are the dates for
Aries is March the 21st to April the 20th. And, in fact, some of this Radio 1 lot are Aries, you know. Do you want to know which ones?
Yeah.
Peter Powell, Janice Long.
Peter Powell and Janice Long.
Janice Long.
Because they are romantically involved, don't you know?
Are they?
Yeah.
You sure it's not a figment of their imagination?
Definitely not.
Well, that's okay then, because their castles in Spain will hit it off this year.
Great.
Their
So
their future wishes.
it's good news for Peter Powell and Janice Long.
Good news for Peter Powell's and Janice Long's. And Annie Nightingale in Berkeley Square, and Paul Gamba Gamba Wamba Wamba Jimmy.
Right.
They're
Okay,
all
so
Aries.
let's not have the bad things about Aries, because we're going to be positive today, okay?
Are we going to be positive?
Well, we can be
All
a
right
bit
then.
negative. Be a bit negative about Aries.
Janice Long? No, we can't say that, after we've been so nice. We can't. Sorry, Janice. You were a Cancerian before I got this note. Anyway, the bits to watch out for: tax, authority, red tape, and there could be a few restrictions in one's physical relationships, if you get my drift.
What about Taurus?
Taurus! Sensual Taurus. For Taurus, it's been possibly one of the worst years on record for many of them. And my Auntie Tessa has had a dreadful time.
Oh.
My Auntie Tessa has not been a very happy woman.
She's listening now, isn't she?
Yes, she is.
Hello, Auntie Tessa.
Auntie Tessa. She's had everything happen to her, and I mean everything. She's been one of those dreadful movies like The Towering Inferno on legs, my Auntie Tessa. Everything's happened to her. Her whole life has capitulated. Now, hopefully for Taurus being such a stable and a permanent sign, they can begin to rebuild their lives. They're April 21st till May the 21st, and it's a fixed sign. It's ruled by Venus, the planet of Amour. And really the areas which are going to be jolly good is the career. Their ambitions are going to, at long last, have a little bit of luck attached to them. Opportunity is going to come their way, and there could even be offers from foreign companies, jobs abroad, or anything connected with a global ambience.
Any bad news for Taurians?
Well, yes, it's still their relationships, which isn't terribly good. You see, relationships, Saturn and Pluto are in their house of relationships.
They've already had a bad year.
Well, I know, but you see, it can be all right. Astrology is free will, so it doesn't have to be bad. But they've got to be careful that they don't restrict themselves or their partners, don't become too possessive. There can be wonderful things for many Taurians if they are willing to admit when they're wrong, and also to realise that there are goodies ahead, but you've got to cut off what you don't want anymore. If something has outlived its usefulness, whether a relationship or a situation, get rid of it, and they'll be fine. Okie dokie. Taurians that we know and love, Bruno Brooks and Adrian Just.